Oh, okay, right on it. So that's good. Okay, first one, factorize the following. Now, 8x squared minus 32x. Now, first of all, we need to find a common factor of 8 and 32. Now, 8 and 32, we know 8 goes into both numbers, so common factor is 8. X squared and x, a common factor is x. So 8x outside bracket. What do I need to times 8x by to get to 8x squared? So we need to multiply it by x. Now, minus 32, so what do we need to times 8x by to get to minus 32? That would be minus 4. Now, you can check your answer by multiplying out the brackets. So 8x times by x is 8x squared, and 8x times by minus 4 is minus 32x. Okay, so the answer is 8x brackets, x minus 4. And that was the first one. It's all good. Thank you, Rejuan, for letting me know. So at least I know this is all working. Next, factorizing quadratic expressions. Now, we know that these will have double brackets because it has 3 terms and it's got a quadratic. Now, we need to find out what will go in this space and what will go in this space here. Now, we need to find the product. The product is minus 14, and the sum is plus 5. We need to list all the different ways we can get minus 14. So let's write down 1 times minus 14, 2 times minus 7. We can also have minus 1 times 14, and we can also have minus 2 times 7. And then any other ways you can get a 14? No, that's it. Now, out of these pairs, which one actually gives me plus 5 when I add and subtract? Okay. Now, I can clearly see 2 minus 7 gives us minus 5, but minus 2 plus 7 gives us plus 5. So we're going to use this pair here. So my answer is going to be x minus 2 and x plus 7. Okay. Now, this is done. So answer is x minus 2 brackets x plus 7. Now, this one is the most difficult one, factorizing. You can see it has a coefficient, 3. The one before only had x squared, whereas this one has 3x squared. Okay, now what we're going to do is we need to find the product now. For this one, the product is going to be slightly different. We're going to multiply these two and find the product. Now, the product is going to be 3 times 10 is 30, positive 30. Now we're going to find all the different pairs gives us 30. And when you add and subtract, we're going to look for this number here, plus 17, because that's our sum now. Now, list all the different ways we can get 30. So 1 times 30. We can also have minus 1 times minus 30. There's no harm in writing these down, because sometimes when we have negatives in the sum, we'll need them. Okay, so 2 times 15 and minus 2 times minus 15. We can also have 3 times 10 minus 3 times minus 10. Now, out of all these pairs, which one actually gives us plus 17 when I add and subtract out of all these pairs? Yes, that's a question for you in the comments. If you just say that, please. Very quiet in here. Okay, if you don't want to answer, that no problem, as long as you can hear me. If you can't hear me or can't see the screen, please do let me know. Now, we can see that out of all these pairs, this one here, 15 and 2, positive 15 and positive 2, they both add up to 17. So we're going to split this 17 into these two numbers, 2 and 15. Now, when you have a coefficient, we add an extra step when factorizing. So I'm going to write all this out. 3x squared. Now, only 17x, I'll split it between 2 and 15. Okay? Now, plus 2x, so plus 15x plus 2x plus 10. Now, if you notice that this expression hasn't changed at all, only difference is we just split this 17 into 15 and 2. And one more thing you'll notice are that I've paired 3 and 15 together and 2 and 10 together. And you'll notice why, because when I factorize it again, it will be pretty straightforward. Now I'm going to draw a line through the middle here. Now I have these two terms here. I'm going to factorize these two. So these two here. So what's the common factor between 3x squared and 15x? We've got 3 highest common factor, and x squared and x is common. Now we're going to write down what's here. So 3x.
Mama,
What would you?
Angie needs her phone.
Her phone. All right. Thank you, Rajon. You got it right. 3, 2, and 15. Yes. That was my son interrupting our lesson. Okay, so what do we want to times 3x by to get to x squared? We need to times it by x. And what do we want to times 15x by to get to, well, 3x by to get to 15x? That will be plus 5. Plus, we need to factorize this section here now. So highest common factor is 2. What do we want to times 2 by to get to 2x? Times it by x. What do we want to times 10 by to get to, well, 2 by to get to 10? 5. Now, you'll notice that these two are exactly identical. X plus 5 and x plus 5 in the brackets. So what we have to do is factorize the whole thing now. What's common between 3x brackets x plus 5 and plus 2 brackets x plus 5? And we can see that these two terms already have an x plus 5 in them. So be x plus 5. And then we have 3x plus 2. So be 3x plus 2. And that's it. We have factorized it. Now, if you want to check your answer, you can expand the brackets and simplify it, and you'll notice that you get this answer here. Okay? Next. Now, objective for today is able to factorize quadratic expressions. So this is what we've done just now. Able to simplify a simple algebraic fraction, and able to simplify more complex algebraic fractions. Now, these are the objectives. So the first objective you already met. I hope that you had a go at those questions and are able to answer. I know the last question is a bit difficult, but the two, hopefully, you should be able to answer. Now, able to simplify a simple algebraic fractions. Now, this is what we're going to do next. Now, by the way, if you are watching this, please do let others know so that they can join in as well. Now, simplifying algebraic fractions. Let's have a look at an example, what we actually mean by that. Now, to simplify algebraic fractions, you usually have to factorize the top and or the bottom, then cancel common factors. Okay, just like a fraction, normal fraction. Now, if I say, for example, so this is an example question there. If I say 12 over 10, a fraction, we can divide 12 and 10 by 2 and simplify it. So on the top we'll have 6, and the bottom we'll have 5. And we simplified the fraction. Exactly the same way we can simplify the algebraic fractions. But sometimes that will involve factorizing, simplifying, and then finding common terms and cancelling them out and simplifying, just like a normal fraction. So let's have a look at this one. 3x plus 6 over 3x squared. Now, if you notice, we can see that the top expression we can factorize. The bottom one, there's nothing that we can do. Just leave it as it is. Okay, so let's have a look at this one. So 3 brackets x plus 2 over 3x squared. Now, we can see that the 3 and 3 are common, so we can cancel them out. So let's cancel them out. And that will leave it with x plus 2 over x squared. Now, you must be thinking, now I can cancel the x and x squared out. Why can't we cancel the x and x squared out? Any ideas? I'll give you an example. Say, for example, let's think of a number, x equals, say, 10. Now, if x is equal to 10, if I replace this x by 10, on the top I will have 12. 10 plus 2 is 12. At the bottom, 10 squared will be 100. Now, these two x expressions or terms are not the same. Therefore, we cannot just cancel them out. If I was to cancel them out, this one and this one, leaving me with just 1x, then that leaves me with 2 over x. And then what's 2 over x? X we said is 10, 2 over 10, which is 1 over 5, and which is not the same. So we cannot cancel them out. Okay, so we cannot cancel them out. So we need to get rid of that. Okay, and this is your final answer. Leave it up to here. Exactly, Rajon, they aren't the like terms. They have to be the same in order to cancel them out. So, Rajon, 5 class charts point for you. I don't know what you're going to do with class charts points because you're not allowed to even go outside the house. How are you coping with this? Like, been in the house for the last 5 days? How are you guys coping? I've been in the house for 2 days and I think I'm going crazy. I need to get out. But then again, go out where? We can't even go to cinemas. We can't even go to restaurants and eat. We can't even go to, don't know, any social clubs or anything like that. But anyway, now there's a question for you. There's another example for you here. Give it a try and we'll see what we can do with that one. I'll try to make this public. Let's see how many people turn up for. Okay. Give it a go. Once you finish, just say type in done so that we can go through it. Okay, we'll have a lot more people joining now because people have made it public now. So this lesson is going to be on simplifying algebraic fractions. Those people who are actually joining now. Hello, everyone. No. It's the lesson after lunchtime. You're not allowed to leave a toilet or anything like that. Thank you very much. Noise Gaming. Medina Ahmed, school's finished right now, sir. The bell has just gone. Yes. 2:55. But Mr. Mahmood's school has just started now. Well, you better do the homework. Got a lot of homework to do. Keep yourself busy. No moving seats, no. Seating plan is there for a reason. Okay. Now, today's lesson is going to be on simplifying algebraic fractions. Some of you might have done this already. Some of you might not have done. They might be completely new, something new to you. But in order to simplify algebraic fractions, we need to factorize this top part here. So what I want you to do is have a go at factorizing the top section here. And this bit here, 12a, we can't do anything with this as of yet. So we're just going to leave it as it is for now. But what if I factorize 4ab plus 8a squared? What do I get? If you can let me know in the comments. Yeah. There's your pen. Don't worry, Golden Gamer. I will go through it. Okay, now if I factorize this, a common factor is going to be 4ab and 8a squared. Common factor is 4, and a squared, common factor is a. Now 4a is common. Now start the brackets. Now what do I need to times 4a by to get to 4ab? I need to multiply it by b. Plus 8a squared. What do I need to multiply 8a? Well, 4a by to get to 8a squared. To multiply, well, if you multiply 4 by 2, will give you 8. And a by a gives us a squared. Check your answer by multiplying it out. Yes. All a fuzzy, all am I, 2a brackets 2 plus 4a. So close. Just had to do the highest common factor, the highest. Factorize fully. Your factorization is not, well, you have to factorize fully, yes. 4a brackets b plus 2a, that's right, yes. Exactly. And on the bottom, we have 12a. Now, we factorize it, and you can see that we've got 4 and 12 and a there. So we can cancel them out. So a and a, you can cancel them out. And then divided by 4 gives us 1, and divided by 4 gives us 3. Now we simplified it. Now we can write down whatever's left up there. So we have b plus 2a, and at the bottom we have 3. We have factorized and simplified the algebraic fraction. Yes, you can get some paper, Michael. Good recommendation. Get some paper, and you can do these questions. Now, I'm going to go to the next example. Well, I'm going to let you have a go at these questions. In the process, I will give you some hints so that you can have a go at them. Well, obviously, in a classroom setting, a teacher will go around and help students, but here we just have to do, well, on a piece of paper. And once you're done, you can comment the answers and have a look what we got. 7 brackets x minus 5. Yes, Mr. Matarus. Yes, this top part is done. Now, all we need to do is simplify it. So let's do the first one here. So highest common factor is 7. What do I need to times by 7 to get to 7x? You times it by x. What do I need to times minus 7 by to get to minus 35? We need to times it by minus 5. Just like Mr. Matra said, exactly. And all over 21. Now you will notice that 7 goes into 21 3 times, and we're left with x minus 5 at the top, and at the bottom we're left with just 3. And that's our final answer. Well, Finn, if you haven't done factorizing before, it might prove to be a little difficult. Depends on what year you're in. If you're in year 7, 8, or possibly year 9, you might have come across this before. Year 10. Okay. If you haven't done this before, not a problem. We can go through it now. Who would win a fight? Maka Paka or Eagle Piggle? My son watches that. Yes, Max Carter. I will be streaming daily, apart from weekends. Well, weekends maybe in the daytime, possibly in the morning. This is my first stream. Well, I did other stream of the day, but this is my first lesson. I was having some technical difficulties with my equipment, so I couldn't do it. So what I'm doing is, this is my like a trial lesson. So if you can let everyone know from your school, anyone who needs maths help, tomorrow we'll do a lesson as well. I'll send out a early notification. It will be around about 11-ish, 11 o'clock. Yes, turn on notifications. I will set the time and send notifications beforehand. So that'll be easier for you to find out. Let other people know. I know schools have closed today, a lot of the schools. Some of the schools closed last week. My school's closed, well, a week ago. So I think the best I can do is do some online lesson so that people will help people. And I know year 11s don't have their exams anymore, but year 10, it's a crucial year for you. You'll be missing out a lot of teaching time. So I think it's very important for year 9 and 10 to attend those lessons. And I'll try and do also year 7, 8 lessons as well. Yeah, sorry, Sarah, I was a bit late yesterday. I was trying to figure out the technical stuff and it wasn't working. So now we just got sorted, so hopefully. Oh, happy birthday, Sarah. No, sim up. It's lunchtime. After lunchtime, you're not allowed to go. No. Are you guys missing school? I'm sure you are, because all these school stuff you're telling me. Josh is missing school, yes. You are missing school, don't lie. Yes, Finn. So the first one you find, that's a yellow question. So let's do the yellow question. So the highest common factor is of 3x squared and 15x. Let's find the highest common factor of 3 and 15 first. So 3 and 15, highest common factor is 3. And x squared and x, highest common factor is x. Now, use the brackets. What do I need to times 3x by to get to 3x squared? X, because 3x times by x gives us 3x squared. Next bit, what do I need to times 3x by to get to 15x? 5. Who said 5? No one. Okay, and you can check your answer by expanding in brackets. So 3x times by x is 3x squared. Gives us this. And 3x times by 5 is 15x plus 5. And over 27x. Now let's simplify it. Now x and x cancel out. And 3 goes into 27 9 times. And that's the simplifying done. Now all we have to do is write down what's remaining. So at the top we have x plus 5. At the bottom we have 9. So the answer is x plus 5 over 9. And that's our answer. Okay, did anyone manage to do that one? Olafuzi, Olamide is the blue star x plus 2 over 3. I will go through it very soon. Yes, I'll have a go at this one and we'll find out what the answer is. 5, just saying 5. Yes, probably from the question I asked before. Yes. And the rat on YouTube. Okay, yeah. Max Carter. No, sorry, Josh. Okay. Okay, now let's do the green one. So the green one is 6 and 18. Highest common factor is... What's the highest common factor? 6 and 18. Come on, guys. Let me know. 6. Yes, well done, Josh. 6. What's the highest common factor of x squared and x? Sorry, yeah, x. And what's the highest common factor of y and y? Y. Yes, Josh, yes. Olafuzi, Josh, yes, Finn, well done. We are getting this, aren't we? Brilliant. Now, what do I need to times 6xy to get to 6x squared y? Yes, brilliant, Josh. Josh is on a roll. X. And what do I times 6xy by to get to 18xy? Thinking time. Usually your teacher will say, no shouting out. Here it's absolutely fine. You can comment here as much as you want to shout out. Appropriate things, of course. Yes, Josh, Finn, Max, Sexiest Rat on YouTube, Josh the Beast, Josh, yeah, everyone's getting this right. And 3, well done. 21xy. Brilliant. Now we need to simplify it, cancel things out, simplify it, and then write our answer. Okay, now have a go at simplifying, and I'll put the answer in a minute. I think we're getting it now. I think we get in there. We can do this. Okay, now hope you had to go at this one. So let's simplify it. So 6. So 3 goes into 6 and 21. So divided by 3 gives us 3. Divided by 3 gives us 7. X and X cancel out. Y and Y cancel out. And that's it. So we're left with 3 brackets x plus 3. And then over 7. And that's your answer. 2 brackets x plus 3 over 7. Very close, Josh. Because we cancelled out divided by. Oh, yes, Josh, yes. 3 goes into 6 twice. My mistake. Well, it's okay to make mistakes the first time, as long as you don't make them in your exams. So that will be a 2. Now, 10 points for Josh. See, I was on my phone just now, and you get distracted, and you just do the silly mistakes. So well done to Josh. Was it Josh? Yes, for writing the correct answer. Yes, no phone-in lesson. I was just sending the message to the teachers to asking them to join. Okay. Now, that was the answer. That's it. That's your final answer. Now, one last question. I'm hoping that you had a go at this one. Now, this is factorizing quadratics. We'll have 2 brackets for this one. Once I finish these examples, I'll let you have a go at some question by yourself. So on this one, we need to think about what the product is, which is 10, and the sum is plus 7. Now, I need to list all the different ways we can get 10. So I'll list the numbers here. So be 10, product of 10, right at the top here. So 1 times 10, minus 1 times minus 10, 2 times 5, minus 2 times minus 5. And these are all the different ways we can get 10. Now, the sum is 7. How many different ways? Which one of these pairs gives me 7 when I add them? Paul, yes. Paul, well done. Yes, it's plus 5 and plus 2. Brilliant. Yes. And Josh, yes. Good. All right, it's 2 and 5. Yes. So we're going to write down 2 brackets with 2 x's in there. And the answer, like Paul said, they're both positive. So plus 2 and plus 5. Now we're going to factorize the bottom part here. Now this bit is probably easy for you now because we've already done this few of this before. So highest common factor is 3 and x plus 5, and that's it. Now you will notice at the top we have x plus 5, at the bottom we have x plus 5. And because they're both common terms, expressions, we can cancel them out. Basically what we're saying is we're dividing the top by x plus 5 and the bottom by x plus 5. And leave us with just 1. So that's left us with just, I'll write the answer here, x plus 2 over 3. And I think someone did mention x plus 2 over 3. Yes, well done, Josh and Max. Yes. Okay, well done, everyone. Got the right answer. Okay, now this was the end of the example phase, and I hope you had a go at them and makes a bit more sense now. Now I'm going to put some more questions on there. So what I want you to do is, if you can, get some paper and have a go at some of those questions. Okay, and if you want to comment the answers, you can do so. So let's have a go at this one. Just to give you a bit of clue, you will need to factorize the top part with a single bracket, and the bottom part is factorizing quadratics. Okay, I will give you about 2 minutes for it. So have a go at this. 2 minutes for this question. While I wait. Hello, Alex. Okay. I hope you had a go at this, so let's give it a try. So if you factorize the top part, that will give you 4 brackets x minus 5. And then factorize the bottom part gives us x minus 5 and x minus 8. Now you notice that we can actually cancel out x minus 5 from the top and the bottom. So let's cancel these two out. And then we'll be left with just 4 over x minus 8. Okay, Finn, good question. If you do not get anything at any point, please let me know and I'll go through it. Now, the bottom part is absolutely fine. The bottom part, well, the top part is you're fine with. The bottom part is factorizing quadratics. Now, when you have a quadratic expression in the form of ax squared plus bx plus c, so basically that means is a is the number, x squared is a term, so 1, b is the number, which is minus 13x, and c is the number plus 40. If you get any quadratic expressions in this form, either you need to use double brackets and factorize it, or you might need to use factorizing the quadratic formula. So in this case, we're going to use the product and sum. So the product is 40. Now we are going to list all the different possibilities of 40 by multiplying two numbers. So 1 times 40, 2 times, so we're going to list the negatives as well. So because we have a minus 13 there, so we have to be very careful. So we need to list the negative terms, numbers as well, possibilities. Okay, so minus 1 times minus 40. You can probably overthink of the number, which two numbers, but I'm listing them so that we know what we're doing. 2 times 20, minus 2 times minus 20. Then we have 5 times 8 minus 5 times by minus 8. Are there any more? 4 times 10. 4 times 10 minus 4 times by minus 10. Now, have a think about which out of these pairs, which one actually gives us 13 minus 13 when I add or subtract. So I can see minus 5 and minus 8 gives us minus 13. Okay, now what we need to do is we need to write double brackets. So we've got double brackets. Let's do it here, don't have space there. With two x's in there. So we have minus 5 and minus 8. So all we have to do is minus 5 and minus 8 in the brackets. And that's it. We factorized the quadratic. And that's our answer. And all we did is after that, just cancelled out the liked expressions. And then we're left with just 4 over x minus 8. Okay. Okay, now let's have a go at some more questions. I hope it makes sense now. Let's have a go at this one. X squared minus 16. Mr. Sauer's here. Hello, Mr. Sauer. How are we doing? Brilliant. We've got another teacher here. So be careful what you say here. How many marks? This is going to be around about 3 marks. 3 marks, I would say. Factorizing, and simplifying. 3 marks. Good to see you, sir, here. We're doing a lesson on simplifying algebraic fractions. Yes, sir. Well done. I'll give you 5 class chart points. Or do you want 5 toilet rolls? Toilet rolls appear to be a bit more expensive than anything else nowadays. Okay. Sarah, x plus 4, x minus 4. Well done, Sarah. Yes, x plus 4, x minus 4. And x minus 4, x plus 5. Brilliant. We can see some answers already. And it's simplified to x plus 4 over x plus 5. All right. Okay, so let's have a look what answers do we have here. So we have x plus 4 brackets x minus 4. And x plus 4 over x minus 5 once you factorize it. I'm just going to go to the first top bit first because some of you might not be familiar with that one. Because this is called the difference of 2 squared. So if I write x squared minus 4 squared, and when you have a difference of 2 squares, you can write it as x plus 4 times by x minus 5. And this bit here, the product is minus 20. So 2 numbers times together gives me minus 20. 4 times minus 5. So we can do 4 times minus 5 or minus 4 times by 5. And we can see that 4 take away 5 gives us minus 1. And this is minus 1x. So that will give us x plus 4 and x minus 5 if you factorize this. And once you've done that one, we can see that these two cancel out, x plus 4 and x plus 4. And we'll be left with just x minus 4 over x minus 5. And that's our answer. Okay. Now, your turn. I would suggest you get some paper and have a go at some of these questions. We've got 4 different types of questions, some easy, some difficult. So I would suggest you have a go at I would suggest start from red, do one question. If you find it easy, then go to the yellow one. And if you think you're okay with those ones, start with green and move on to the blue questions. Yes, all of you see Olamide, well done. So let's have a look at let's have a read of some of the comments. Are people actually watching this after school? Well, today a lot of people are in school, so it will be the last day of the school. So from next week, everyone will be off. So I'm guessing next week on Monday, a lot more people will be joining. Please do let your friends know. Got any family, cousins, anyone doing their, well, anyone year 9, 10, or 7, 8, let them know. Finn, you haven't been to school for the past 3 days. Yes, our school has been closed for about 5th day today. How many people been to school today? Quick comment, say yes or no. Yes, sir, we've done a factorizing at the start of this lesson where we had coefficients. So that would be a bit challenging question, the most challenging question you can possibly get. So what you can do is have a go at these questions, and once you're ready, you can comment your answers, or I'll go through the answers and then we go through those. Let's have a look at that. Let's put this one here. Ooh, right. I didn't learn anything in maths, so I'm watching this. Well, I'm hoping it's helping. How's it been in school recently? Anyone been to school today or yesterday? How did you find it? Did many people turn up? Can year 11 still do these or not? Yes, of course. Golden Gamer. If you're year 11, that's even better, because what if everything just goes okay tomorrow and they say, okay, guys, the GCSEs are back on now. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but it might do. If you believe in miracles, the whole country will be in lockdown very soon. So you need to keep yourself busy by doing something that you're used to doing. Just a noob, let's go. Mr. Mahmood, yes, let's go. Let's get this done. So Finn is 1a, x plus 5 over x plus 2. Okay, Finn, so the top part, if you factorize the top part, so let's have a go at the first one, just to see people are getting things right. If you factorize top part, you should have 5 brackets x minus 5. At the bottom part, we cannot do anything with it because this is just 10x squared. Now think about how are we actually going to simplify 5 and 10. The 5 goes into 10 twice. So we're left with just 2 there. And that's it. So it'll be x minus 5 over x squared. It's very difficult to write there. So x minus 5 over x squared. That's the answer. So next one we have highest common factor 6, brackets 2x plus 5 over 9x squared. And at the bottom we have, well, it's 9x squared. So we'll simplify this. So 3 goes into 6 twice, 3 goes into 9 3 times. So at the top we have brackets 2 brackets 2x plus 5 over 3x squared. And that's it. That's your answer for this one. This one, let's do this one on the top here. 1C. 20 and 40, highest common factor is 20. X squared and minus, well, x is going to be x bracket. What do I times 20x by get to get to 20x squared? I need to times it by x. What do I times minus 40? Well, 20 by to get to minus 40x would be minus 2 over 15x squared. And that will give us, simplify it, and that will give us 5 goes into 24 times, 5 goes into 15 3 times. So that will leave us with x goes into x squared x times. So that will give us 4 brackets x minus 2 over 3x. And that's the answer. Make sure you put the brackets on. Brilliant. Finn. Oh, Finn, thank you so much. You didn't have to. I'm only doing this to help people. I know I've got my super chats on, but just one information to everyone. I do not expect any super chats or anything in return. I'm only purely doing this to help people. I've only got a channel. My aim is to help people. And these difficult times, I know it's hard for people and everyone's staying at home. So we need to keep busy by doing something. And obviously our education is very important because when it all ends, we still need to go back to the schools. And if you're year 9, 10, 7, 8, we still have to do those exams. So we need to make sure we're doing these things. And I've got the opportunity to do this thing because not many teachers have the opportunity. They want to, or they don't have the, maybe the technology, or maybe they're not familiar with it. So it's very important that I do these things. And yeah, happy to help. Get that bread, sir. Bread. Yeah, I got bread at home. Apparently, supermarkets are going very empty now. My neighbor just come back, and she was saying she couldn't find any toilet rolls, so I should donated 3 toilet rolls to her because she's got a little baby and a husband in the house, and they got only 2 toilet rolls left. So I donated 3. And they're a nurse. They're on the front line. Both husband and wife are nurses. And every time they go to the hospital, they have to wear this super protective clothing. And on the way out, they have to come back to the house and have a shower, clean everything. All the clothes needs to go back in the wash and do that every single day. Can you imagine how difficult that would be? So we need to help each other out where we can. Okay. Now, I'm hoping that these three questions make sense. Now, what I'm going to do now is, I think with the yellow section it should be fine because it's similar to the one of the red. I'm just going to go to the green questions for now. And once we've done this, if you want to make a note of these questions, I'm going to go through one of the green questions and one of the blue questions, and the rest of it, if you want to take a picture with your phone or you want to copy it down with paper, what we'll do is you can have a go at them. Okay. Now let's do the green one now. So I'm going to do 3A, question 3A. Now I'll have very little space here, so I'm going to try and fit it here. I'll do it at the top here, actually, 3A. Let's move this here. So 3A. So we have x squared plus 9x plus 20. So think about two numbers, product is 20. So 4 and 5, yes, 4 and 5, positive 4 and positive 5, because the 9, the sum is a positive 9. So let's write down. So x plus 4, x plus 9. And at the bottom, we have 7x plus 35. The highest common factor is 7. X plus 5. Sorry, I made a mistake on the other one. I keep on making mistakes. I don't know why. This is a 5, not a 9. So x plus 4, x plus 5. And that's a mistake I made. And I realized I made a mistake because, can you see the x plus 5 at the bottom? And at the top, I have x plus 4, x plus 5. If I had x plus 9, I wouldn't be able to cancel anything out. And the whole point of these questions are so that you can cancel the terms out and then simplify it. And that's why it's called simplifying algebraic fractions. So you will notice if you didn't manage to cancel anything out, that means you made a mistake somewhere. So the answer is x plus 4, these two cancel out, over 7. Okay, next question 4A, and one last question before we end this. So let's do this bit here. So this is difference of two squares. X squared minus 9 can be written as x plus 3 brackets x minus 3. The top part, I'll factorize it here. So be 2x squared plus 7x. 7x, so the product is going to be 3 times 2 is 6. Now, two numbers times together gives me 6. Well, added together gives me 7. That will be 6x plus x, because 6 times 1 is 6, and 6 add 1 is 7. And then we have plus 3 there. Now factorize this part here. So 2x, x plus 3. Let's factorize this part here. Plus, nothing is common here, but we know there's always a 1. So 1 is always common between these two numbers. So be x plus 3. And you will know your answer is right because these two bits are identical, x plus 3, x plus 3. So now let's write down the common factor is x plus 3, and anything remaining in a separate bracket, which is 2x plus 1, these two. Now I factorize this, so let's write down the answer, x plus 3, and then 2x plus 1. Now let's cancel the like terms, like expressions. X plus 3 cancels out with x plus 3, and we're left with just 2x plus 1 over x minus 3. And that's our answer. Now, this was the last question for today. I'm hoping this helped. Now, from Monday, all the schools will be closed, as far as we know. So that means more people hopefully be joining. Can you please let us, your school friends know, everyone, email them or text them, let them know that there will be maths lessons on Monday morning. I will post the notification on my channel. So if you want to, please share that, please, with everyone so everyone can join. Bye, Alex. Nice having you here. Okay, Golden Gamer, you got a question. How there's a 1? Now, if you have a look at this, what's the common factor of x and 3? 1 goes into x and 3. Always the 1 goes on to in that number. Okay, that's why we got this 1 out there. Because if you can divide x by 1, will give you just x. If you divide 1 by x, gives us x. 1 by 3 gives us just 3. Okay, that's why we got this 1 there. I've got to go now, Sir Finn. I'm going to my nan's, so I'm getting my stuff ready. Enjoy your donation. Oh, thank you very much, Finn, for that. I really appreciate it. Yeah. Take care of your nan. I know there are vulnerable people out there, so you guys make sure you take care of them. Goodbye. Okay, I hope it makes sense, Golden Gamer. Goodbye, Mako. Okay, so we've been here for 75 minutes now, and I hope this helped, guys. So I'm just gonna end this lesson here. If you like this lesson, please give it a thumbs up. We already got 20 thumbs up already, 20 likes. So thank you very much for that. And that's it. We'll end it here. Mr. Mahmood, helping you do better in maths. That's my motto. To help you guys in maths. Okay. And I'll end this one. I'll try and create a Google Docs to see if I can post these. I'm not sure if I can. I'll give it a try. Like I said, please do share this channel so that everyone else can benefit from this. I need to get out of this. You will see lots of different busy things now. All right, guys. Thank you. Thank you, Golden Gamer. Thank you, Finn. And goodbye.